Ну, мы обычно, прежде чем
Usually, before consolidating a position, we discuss this with our oil companies that, on a voluntary basis, are ready to implement the agreements that have been achieved within the framework of this cooperation. And now, of course, before taking a decision such as extending the agreement by 9 months, we discussed this with the heads of our biggest companies, and were given support, and we are very grateful that, among others, Mr. Sechin took an active part and also gave us his support, because we need to continue to rebalance the market and to meet the objectives that we set to do this.
Another oil man, Mr. Faden, Leonid Faden, was on a panel with you and I in July, I think it was, in Istanbul, and he said the golden price for his company, for Lukoil, at the time, was $80 per barrel. Is that the kind of number that the Russian government would like to see, that you would like to see, or are you perhaps more realistic on the kind of figure you'd like to see oil trading at?
Ну, мы считаем, что
we believe that the situation is a little bit different now, of course, in comparison with the time when prices were fairly high and the competition on the market fairly high. Therefore, of course, any high price is a good thing for exporters. Nevertheless, we believe that the price is independently set by the market, and with the implementation of our joint efforts which are taking place now, as a result of the effect of the agreement and the continuation of the agreement. Fundamentally, prices could be at a level today several times higher than they currently are, but it's unlikely in the next few years that they will reach the levels that we had 3 years ago.
And so, in order to develop the Russian oil industry, you need more capital, potentially. You need perhaps an end of sanctions and more international technology. Are you very disappointed at the lack of rapprochement, the lack of pace of working with international players, i.e. the EU, and especially the Trump administration, at lessening sanctions so you can grow the Russian oil industry?
Well,
you know, I think the sanctions primarily harmed those countries that imposed them. Those companies that now have less opportunities to take part in implementing projects in Russia. Russia currently has a very good investment climate, and all the conditions are in place to attract capital. We have among the best legislation in the world for the repatriation of capital. Therefore, in my opinion, those investors who wanted to invest their money but were prevented have suffered most. We don't have particular problems with financing. As you know, Russian bonds are being placed on the market. For example, there is the Yamal joint venture project, which attracted almost $30 billion for the construction of a liquefied natural gas plant. With regards to technology, we are likewise not experiencing any problems here. On the contrary, the sanctions gave us the impulse to develop our own Russian power engineering and industry. I also think that sanctions are a self-deceptive instrument that certain countries continue to use.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.